Hello everyone, it's me. Today I just wanted to do a mental health check because there are so many haters out there and I'm over it. Not necessarily to me, but it was directed at my sister today, and anything that hurts my sister hurts me. But I just wanted to make sure that everybody was okay, staying safe. TikTok is still allowed to be here, so that's a thing. But I know that they say that hurting people hurt people, and I totally agree with that. If you're insecure, if somebody has hurt you, the only way you know how to respond is to hurt somebody back. And I get that. But at the same time, you had a choice. For those who have been hurt really bad, and even those who have been abused, they don't know how to process what it is to have somebody say, hey, you're enough. You're doing a good job. I love you. All they've known is, what's wrong with you? Why are you like this? Do you think anybody's gonna love you? And I hate that for them. I hate that for them. And I hate that there are people hurting in the world. And we do live in a sinful world, and that is the reason why. But my question is, why do people think it's okay or think it's funny to call people names or call people untalented or say that, like, this is stupid, what you put out is stupid, you're stupid, your content is dumb, your content won't get anywhere, you should just stop? Like, I don't understand, like, what's with the verbal attacks? I don't know if it makes you feel better, if it makes you feel like you're in power, or if you're in control. I don't know, but that's very unkind. It helps nobody. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help the person receiving it. It just overall, it sucks, and it's just not nice. Today, somebody called my sister a dumb bee. Sent her a lengthy message. So this girl, I'll read it to you. So my sister had posted a TikTok based off of Blackpink, thinking that it would be funny, but apparently not a lot of people thought it was funny. Mental health, but you're hating Jennie on TikTok. Stop spreading false narratives. You ain't the comedian you think you are, stupid bee. And then she went on to say, YG fave weird, dumb bee, delete that video on TikTok now. Stop harassing Jennie, leave her the F alone if you don't know a S about her. And then she threw a bunch of tomatoes at her. And that's just very uncalled for. Like, you assume that, one, somebody is trying to attack somebody online when she's not. She thought that it was something that the fans could rally behind. But you decided that, yeah, it's okay to call her a dumb bee and to give the F-bomb and S-bomb and throw emoji tomatoes. Like, yeah, that sounds funny the way I say it now, but no, it's not. Like, it hurts. I don't think she thought about what she was saying. I think in the heat of the moment, she was just angry. That still doesn't give you an excuse to be nasty or malicious. And, like, it did really hurt my sister. Like, you know that heavy feeling that you get when you're like, somebody's really hurt you? Like, yeah, like, my sister is experiencing that right now. And that's not okay. It's not okay to verbally attack people like that. I don't understand why you think that's okay. I don't understand why you think it's okay to call people names online just because you don't agree with what they put out. And then you start attacking her character and saying that she's not funny. Like, TikTok is a place for my sister to, like, put out her content. It's kind of like an extension of herself. Just her being her and her trying to bring happiness to people. And in that, yes, you're gonna hit a little, like, sensitive parts in people because people have different opinions, but your opinion all of a sudden becomes, like, your right to call her a dumb bee and also, like, attack her character. Like, that is just so uncalled for. I'm getting really heated, I'm sorry. But then my sister like took some time to think about it. I mean, we did talk over it and we did like process through it. There was a lot of, I mean, it's hard, it's hurtful, there were tears. And so we processed through it, and then my sister responded in the most gracious way. She was like, hey, like, I didn't know, I just thought this was something that fans could rally behind. And then she was like, I would appreciate it if you weren't so mean or hurtful with your words, because it's damaging. That girl goes, did you delete it? And my sister was like, yes. And she's like, oh, okay, well, I'm sorry if I was rude. People can be so two-faced. She did a complete 180. I don't think she's sorry, honestly. You made a choice to say all those words and put it in all caps. You made that choice to call my sister a dumb bee. You made that choice to throw emoji tomatoes at her. And then you turn around and say, oh, sorry if I was rude. You were more than rude. The damage is already done. You've already hurt somebody. You can't just break some glass and then expect to put it back together and it be the same again. Like, no, it doesn't work that way. Words hurt. And I know there's that saying, like, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. That's a lie. I don't know why we teach that to kids, because that's dumb. That is 100% lie, because words hurt. And I think that's why a lot of our generation is going through mental health issues, because we hide behind our phones. These things have been our, like, masks the whole time, even before COVID. And I also think that these are very isolating things. Don't get me wrong, I love my iPhone, I love my Apple products, I love all my social medias, but it's very isolating. And I feel like now with COVID plus social media and everything, like, we're so isolated that we don't even know boundaries anymore. It's very hurtful for you, because if you're struggling with something, like, you feel like you can't tell anybody because everybody looks like they're having a good time, but maybe somebody else is struggling too. And I know personally for me, I isolate whenever I struggle with things, which I have been working on. And I have been bringing community into my struggles, which has been, like, more edifying than anything, and it's been great. But I just feel like our generation has just been so consumed with social media and our phones that we've hidden behind them, and then we use that as an excuse to be like, I can say whatever I want. Like, would you call somebody a dumb bee and cuss her out in person? Would you say that to your mom? Would you say that to your best friend? Would you say that to your dog? No, I don't think so. And if you do, then I have nothing to say about that. But, like, if you wouldn't say that to the people who are closest to you and the people you love the most, you shouldn't say that to strangers. Because you never know who that person could be to you. What if that person is one day your boss? Probably would never be your boss, because they probably won't hire you after seeing you. But what if that person eventually is, what? Your future husband's sister. There are consequences for everything. And you may not feel them, and you may not feel the weight of your words, but people do feel them. And I just feel like it has been just so hard these days to be real with people and to find people who are real with you. Because, I mean, we just hide behind these things. That's all we do. Social media and everything. And it's not bad. It's just like when you use it as a tool for harm, that's when it becomes bad. Like, you can definitely use social media for good. I know I have seen a lot of people share the gospel on social media and encourage people on social media, and I love that. Like, that brings me joy. But for the people who use it to hide and to be snarky and to be rude and mean, and then all of a sudden, like, take back what you say as if nothing happened and as if it's okay for you to say that just because you said sorry. Like, it's not okay for you to say that just because you said sorry. Like, words hurt, and the weight and the damage has already been done. And now you just made somebody insecure about themselves again. And we were just talking through that. And the good thing about it is we do have Christ. So we did pray through it, and we did like talk to God and be like, just let us find our identity in him, because nothing is better than Christ, and nothing is better than finding our identity in him. Because if we find our identity in anything else, they're all just going to fail you. If you find your identity in work, work's going to disappoint you. Your coworkers are going to disappoint you. Your boss is going to disappoint you. If you find your identity in your hobbies, like, they're all going to fail. If you find your identity in money, you could go bankrupt one day. If you find your identity in your friends, you could lose your friends. Like, everything in this world, everything that's what this world has to offer will fail you. The only thing that will not fail you is the Lord. If we find our identity in Christ, we start thinking his way. We start thinking opposite. So instead of isolating myself when I'm hurt, like we want to do, I have to go tell everybody, or like your community. But once you make it known to community, you have people surrounding you, you have people praying for you, you have people encouraging you, and it's just so countercultural, but it helps and it's encouraging. And I just feel like, especially now with like all the mental health issues and how isolated we are and how like exponentially more they're growing every single day, especially in America, like I think we just all need a mental health check. So how are y'all doing? Are y'all okay? What hobbies have you been picking up? If you're not okay, have you told somebody? Like, people are there to listen. You have to obviously put yourself out there, and that is really uncomfortable. I get that. Like, the first time I ever told anybody, like, my deepest, darkest secret, I was, like, terrified. But then, when I let it out, I realized everybody else was just like me. They're all struggling with something. Everybody's struggling with something. So I think just us allowing ourselves to be known to other people helps so much. If you need to go to counseling, go to counseling. I went to counseling when I was in nursing school. Those were the best days, because I could just like spout whatever I needed and somebody was there to listen. And I feel like we all need that person. Like, somebody's here to listen. And if you feel like you don't have somebody to listen to, like, or if you don't have somebody that will listen to you, like, ask some of your friends. Because there's bound to be somebody who's going to say, yeah, I'll totally listen to you. I'll hang out with you. I'll do whatever. Or even your parents. I know that sometimes it's kind of weird to talk to your parents about these things, but I mean, that's what your parents are for. I do understand that there are some people who have gone through abuse and stuff like that, and you feel like you can't trust anyone. That's hard. Like, I can't say that I understand, but I do want you to know that you are valued and you have worth and you are loved, and there's healing in that and there's grace in that. And I mean, the Lord wouldn't have made you if he didn't think you were worthy and that you didn't have value. One thing that I've learned recently is the Lord has seen everything in my life. He's seen my mess ups, he's seen my rebellion, he's seen all the ugly sides, all the happy sides, all the sad sides from past, present, and future. He's seen all of it, even before I was even a thought. And yet he still created me. Like, how? What? That is so impossible. Like, if I saw a creation of mine and everything that was wrong with it, I'd be like, nope, sorry, but this is why I'm not God. So, but like, just how beautiful is that? He's seen like literally every little ugly part of me and still said, I care for you. You are worth it to me. I'm going to create you and make you something good. And he wants good things for you. He's not there to harm you. He doesn't want you to fall into sin. He's always there for you. We're the ones running away. I always imagine it as, here's God and here's us. And we're talking and we're chit-chatting and we're just like, you know, having a good relationship. Because how do you get to know your friends? Well, you talk to them, you hang out with them. So we're just hanging out. But then when we sin and when we turn from him, we just run away. But he's never left. He was always there. And he's waiting for us to come back to him. He is the only thing that can satisfy us and the only thing that will give us contentment and value and worth and love and grace and peace and joy and goodness and everything that comes from the Lord. And I don't know, it's just so hard to understand as sinful beings, because we're like, no, God, I want to do it my way because I want control and I'm prideful and all these things, and I love my security and my comfort. Like, these are all the things that I have struggled with, and these are all the things that I've been hashing through in the past year. And it has just been so good to identify my grossness and get my deepest, darkest secrets and bring them out to light and share them with people, because it brings you so much freedom. And I feel like this kind of genuineness and this kind of vulnerability is what's going to help us with our anxiety, with our hurt, with everything that we're struggling with, so we don't have to be mean to other people. I'm going to step off my soapbox, but I appreciate y'all for listening, and I hope that y'all can be kind to each other, and you can love each other and encourage each other and lift each other up, other than bringing people down, because it just only hurts you and the other person too. But yeah, I love you guys, really, and if y'all need anybody to talk to, I'm always here. I hope you guys are doing okay. I love you guys.